Hello guys, welcome one more time to this English class. I hope you have had a great weekend and this week you have all of the energy to continue working in your online classes and be ready for the exams. Okay, so let's go and start working today. So today we are just going to be working with the adverbs of frequency and adverbs of manner. Okay. So as far as you remember in previous classes, well, the ones that we had online, we were working with different types of adverbs, and I just told you that we will be working one by one. So we were working with the concepts, and now we go working one by one. Today we start with adverbs of frequency. Adverbs of frequency, you have them over there. You have some of them over here, I'm sorry, that are always, usually, normally, sometimes, occasionally, hardly ever, and never. What this means? Well, first of all, the adverbs of frequency, they tell you how often you do something, okay? So how often you do something. Like in a routine, for example, you can say, well, I always go to school at 7 in the morning. So always, that means 100 percentage. Usually is like 80 percentage. You have over there normally like 7 percentage, and you have over there sometimes like 50, occasionally like 20, hardly ever 5, and never, that means like 0. Adverbs of frequency answer the question how often or how frequently. They tell us how often somebody does something. How you form the adverb, what is the position, usually the position of the adverbs of frequency? Well, the position of this adverb is before the main verb. Be careful because sometimes you have auxiliary verbs, but no, you have to pay attention at what is the main verb of the sentence. For example, I always get up at 6:45. Peter can usually play football. Can is working as a modal over here. Okay? Martha has sometimes got some homework. Okay, so as you can notice, you have the main verb of the sentence over here. So before the main verb, you are going to place the frequency adverb. Let's go with some examples. I took this material from the web, so I don't have the rights, but it's free material that I can just use over here to give you a short explanation. So always is 100 percentage. Sarah always plays the piano. That means like every day, always, 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 all of the time. Okay? They always walk to school. So maybe they don't have a car or they don't like to use the bus. So they always walk to school. Usually is 80 percentage. Pablo usually plays football. Gabriela usually eats some chocolate after dinner. That is not always, not every day. Normally, Hector normally rides his bike to school. Ari normally plays in the playground with her friends. Sometimes, that means that it's 50-50. Okay? The man is sometimes late for work. My grandma sometimes bakes cookies. Like, for example, I sometimes upload videos to YouTube. Not always, but sometimes. Okay? Occasionally is like 20 percentage. I occasionally read in the bed. Maria occasionally jumps on the bed. I occasionally go to the supermarket. I don't like going to the supermarket, but when it's necessary, well, I gotta go. Okay? Hardly ever. Hardly ever is Ruchi Smurf hardly ever smiles. Class 4 hardly ever get a yellow sticker. My students hardly ever miss a class. And never, well, I never throw rubbish on the floor. And it is never hot in the South Pole. Well, here where we live, it is never cold here. You know what I mean. So December, Christmas, winter, well, it's like we were in summer. Okay? There you go. Also, we have the adverbs of manner. Be careful with this because the adverbs of manner usually tell us how something is done, but it can be modifying another adverb, can be modifying a verb, or can be modifying an adjective. Okay? So, it can modify three things: verbs, adjectives, and adverbs. Okay? There you go. We use adverbs of manner to describe how something happens. He eats very healthily. Pay attention to the ending of these adverbs. John writes quickly. Old people usually drive slowly. So if you pay attention in these three, the adverb of manner is made of the adjective plus ly at the end. But there are some rules that we gotta follow. We usually form adverbs of manner by adding ly to the adjective. For example, bad, badly, careful, carefully, slow, slowly, and so on. If the adjective ends in the letter E, we gotta take off the letter E. For example, gentle is gently, simple, simply, reasonable, reasonably. One more time. If the adjective ends in E, take off the letter E. If the adjective ends in Y, we usually change the Y to I. For example, angry is going to be angrily. Easy is going to be easily. Happy is going to be happily. Healthy is going to be healthily. Heavy is going to be heavily. Noisy, noisily. Busy, busily. But shy, careful with this, is going to be shyly. It's not changing the letter Y to I. If the adjective ends in IC, we have A double L Y. Dramatic is going to be dramatically. Tragic is going to be tragically. Some adjectives end in ly. That doesn't mean that all of the words ending in ly are going to be adverbs. Okay? For example, friendly, lovely, lonely, silly, ugly, deadly, lively. So we don't add ly to make the adverb. We use it, for example, in a way or in a manner with this adjective to make it up a little bit like an adverb. For example, he was talking in a silly way. Okay? In here, you are showing me the way that he was talking. They dance in a lively manner. Okay? One more time with some adjectives ending in ly, so you can add in a way or in another manner, and in the middle of this, the adjective to make it sound like an adverb. There are some adverbs that they are just the same as the adjectives. Okay? For example, early, fast, hard, high, late, low, right, wrong. So working as adverbs of manner, but also they can be working as an adverb. Well is the adverb from good. So you don't say goodly, you're going to say well. So sleep well, or he plays football well. But well can also be an adjective, and it means healthy. My teacher was not at school today. He's not well. So you're describing the teacher, okay? Adverbs of manner can come before or after a verb. For example, he drove carefully because the weather was bad, or she quietly went upstairs. But they must come after an object if there is one. Be careful with that. You speak English well. English is the object. It's not correct to say you speak well English. When a sentence consists of a verb plus a preposition plus an object, we can put the adverb before the preposition or after the object. It's like, she listened to me carefully, or she listened carefully to me. Both are correct. When we use a passive form of the the adverb goes before the past participle of the verb. Like he was badly injured. The city was slightly damaged. Okay. Notice the passive voice with the verb to be and the past participle of the verb. So then it goes before the past participle of the verb. As you can notice, today we have worked a little bit more with adverbs of frequency and adverbs of manner. I hope you have enjoyed today's class. I mean, it was very, very short. Thanks for watching. And if you have a comment, you already know. Over there, put your comments and see you next time. Bye-bye. Hope to see you soon, my friend.